Analysis on the situation, and Azzam Tamimi is the author of a book entitled Islam and Democracy, and he's also the editor-in-chief of Al-Hiwar TV channel. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. Now, as France tries to make sense of these attacks, many have seen it as an attack against free speech and democracy. Is this an opinion that you share?
Well, I'm not sure what went in the minds of the attackers. I think if they are ever caught alive, we might be able to know more about their motives and whether they are part of an organization or whether this was them simply acting on their own. I take this attack to be within a much wider context. It is the context of the mayhem that our world is going through, and especially the Arab region is going through as a result of the foiled attempt to rise from dictatorship to democracy. The coup that we saw in Egypt and the various counter-revolutionary attempts all over the region definitely causes more people to be frustrated and might incite them to resort to such desperate acts,
well,
not only in France,
let's get more on that.
but worldwide.
Let's get a little bit more on that. Let's delve a little bit more on that. You say this is a mayhem within the Arab nations, within Muslim nations, to try to come to terms of what would happen after dictatorship. Shouldn't this be an internal mayhem, an internal debate? Why then is the rest of the world feeling the brunt of these frustrations?
No, there is nothing local anymore. We live in a very small village. The entire globe has become a small village. France, Britain, America, Australia, they are all with us in our bedrooms, in our sitting rooms. They participate in daily events.
So help us make sense of this then. You know, help us make sense of this. Why is it then that the frustration against, as you say, the autocratic rule within the Arab region, why is that frustration being played out in societies where equality, liberty is being held up?
Well, these societies that sanctify the values of democracy and human rights are governed by regimes that seem to be happier with autocracies and despotic regimes elsewhere in the world, and especially in the Arab region. This sends a signal that there is sheer hypocrisy in this world. Why don't those who enjoy the fruits of democracy love to see democracy elsewhere? Why do they go to bed with the likes of Sisi in Egypt and support counter-revolutions in Libya, in Tunisia, elsewhere?
But instead of looking outside of this, so why not look inside? As you say, this is a mayhem that's happening within the Arab region. Let's talk about political Islam here. We've just seen Tunisia undergo very successful democratic elections, a very successful peaceful transformation to a democratic society. We've also seen, however, political Islam fail in Egypt. Why is that?
Well, that's not a correct diagnosis of what happened in Egypt. Political Islam did not fail. There was a coup that was supported by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, and with the blessing of the United States and Western Europe. And what happened in Tunisia was actually trying to avert the same sort of thing that happened in Egypt, and that's why Ennahda movement decided to take a few steps back, because this is what they were advised by several European diplomats. They were told, if you don't want the same thing to happen to you in Tunisia as happened in Egypt, you might as well just take a few steps back, and this is what they did. We see a counter-revolution that is globally supported against the rise of democracy, of genuine democracy in the entire Arab region.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, sir. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Azzam Tamimi there, the author of the book Islam and Democracy. And a reminder, too, that you can always keep up to date with the latest